Hello, welcome. So in my last video, the last thing we talked about was signs of a narcissistic abuser. I want to start by saying that this doesn't only apply to males, okay? The content that I'm giving, I often will refer to males or refer to females, like my content is directed to females just simply because I'm a female. But it doesn't mean that the things I'm saying or the experiences I've had precludes men from also experiencing the same things. There are lots of female narcissistic abusers out there, and so please, from that lens, when you are listening to my content, understand that if I often refer to females, it does not exclude men. So let's get into it. So in my last video, like I said, I talked about the signs of narcissistic abusers. So I want to continue with that, and I have a couple more so we can round off some of the signs that you should be looking for. Okay, so one of the things is that narcissistic abusers cannot meet your needs emotionally. It kind of ties in with the whole empathy piece. So they don't really care, to be honest with you, with what you're experiencing or what you're feeling or what your needs are, especially your emotional needs. Because remember, they're the star of the show. They have to be the center of attention with everything. So you could be going through the worst time in your life. You're never going to get comfort from them. They're not even going to ask you how you're doing. Because to be honest, it's not about you. It's about them, right? So they'll never be able to meet any needs that you have emotionally in the relationship. You will have to seek that through your family or your friends. They are thieves and con artists. So they will steal. Like there was a time where I went into a store with my ex and a lady mistakenly left her cell phone in her cart that she was using, and we happened to get the cart after her. And instead of going back to the lady to hand her back her cell phone, she had left the store, so we would have had to have run out to find her, but nonetheless, instead of seeking her to give her her cell phone, he proceeded to keep the cell phone and get angry with me because I wanted to give it back to her. So they're thieves. They just steal. I have no idea why they steal. I don't know where that comes from. And con artists. And con artists kind of go hand in hand with being a liar. So when I say con artists, though, I want to be very specific. They have to get attention at all times, right? So why I call them con artists is because they go from person to person and they tell different stories. They tell different stories about themselves. They tell different stories about people. And they do that so that they are always perpetually the victim. They keep lots of secrets and they're very vengeful. So you're never really gonna know a narcissistic abuser 100%. Never. You're only gonna know what they show you, and keep in mind that they have different personalities for different people. So who they are with you is not who they're going to be with their siblings. It's not who they're going to be with their parents. It's not who they're going to be with their children. They're going to have different faces for everybody depending on how they want that particular relationship or that particular person to view them. And they're very vengeful. So anything that you do to them, whether it was intentional on your part or not, they're always going to perceive it as being intentional, and they're going to do things to get back at you. It'll be the biggest things, it'll be the smallest, pettiest little things. But just know that whatever is done whatever they perceive you to have done to them that is disrespectful, whatever, even if you're not even doing it purposefully, even if you apologize for what you've done, they're gonna find a way to get you back. And then finally, I want to say that they more than likely have a deeply traumatic childhood. And I don't really have empathy or compassion for narcissistic abusers, especially after dealing with multiple. But I will say that it originates from somewhere. Like, they just don't get up one day and decide that they're going to be this way, they're going to be evil, or they're going to be vengeful, or they're going to be wicked because it's Tuesday. It originates from a place of having a deeply traumatic childhood. Maybe they were heavily abused. Maybe they witnessed terrible, violent abuse. Maybe they experienced sexual abuse. Like, it usually comes, and again, I'm going to say this because I'm talking and I just realized something to say, my disclaimer. I'm not a psychologist. I'm speaking from my own personal experiences, okay? Yeah, so maybe they were given the silent treatment a lot when they were growing up. So it taught them that they have to get attention at all costs. Maybe the abuse that they ended up experiencing, they were told, don't speak about it. Like, you can't talk about it. It's private or it's secret. And so it almost always originates from a place of trauma. And so, but I'm saying that to say this, trauma or no trauma, it is not your responsibility to have to continuously deal with someone who is being abusive towards you, whether that's physical abuse, verbal abuse, treating you in any way that is disrespectful. Somebody's trauma never excuses you taking on the responsibility of being anyone's punching bag. Remember, God did not put you here to be beat on.